Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my top 10 best date night fragrances, sexiest date night fragrances for the fall. The perfect fragrances to wear as the temperatures start to lower. Very warm, very sexy, very bold. We have designer and niche. You will be guaranteed to be turning heads and smelling ultra attractive when you're wearing these. So let's go. So to start, I need to highlight this gem from Kilian, Old Fashioned, their newest release in the Liqueurs collection. It just gets better and better. I might be totally crazy, but this to me smells even richer and deeper than when I first got it. It is super boozy and sweet, an amber fragrance through and through, mixed with the whiskey and Tolu balsam and styrax. And it has a really interesting wheat note as well. And this fragrance is one that you have to try, like absolutely have to try on your skin. It really comes to life with your skin chemistry. And that wheat note as well, it does bloom on the skin too, but I find that you really only smell it close up, like in the air, in the scent trail, which this has a crazy big scent trail. You will not smell that wheat note. It's more about whiskey, booziness, and sweet amber in the air. I love this sweetness in Old Fashioned, and this is going to be a little bit more masculine than things like Angel Share. Something kind of dry in the scent as well. This has Divana and Immortelle. It is a reinvented version of the discontinued Heartthrob single malt. Try it at Sephora. I feel like this one is not blind buy safe at all. I feel like some people are going to like it, some people are not. It's going to be a little bit polarizing because of that wheat and Immortelle. But regardless, it is gorgeous. Old Fashioned from Kilian. So next up, we're gonna talk about Aurum, which is from Xerjoff, part of the Chemi collection. And you guys have heard me go on for years now about Via Cavour 1. Aurum is the cooler, edgier, darker older brother to Via Cavour 1. A very similar DNA, but this has some darker notes added. This has that amazing rose with the fruits. This has lemon and Brazilian orange and strawberry, and that dark chocolate, chocolatey patchouli. And that darker side is gonna come from things like incense and labdanum and oud. And it's interesting because I actually find less emphasis on the patchouli in Aurum. You still get that kind of chocolatey facet to this scent, but I feel like Via Cavour 1 is a little bit more dominant with the patchouli. And the rose in Aurum does come off a tiny bit metallic, but it is pretty minimal. It is really well done, and you do really get that strawberry vibe here. But I do want to say there is a little bit less gourmandiness in Aurum. Like, it doesn't have that really sweet caramel that's in Via Cavour 1. So it's not going to be as sweet in that way, but it still has all of the sex appeal of Via Cavour 1, the magic of Via Cavour 1, the elegance and the charm. It is a great addition to the Chemi collection, which I did just film a full buying guide on this line because it is pretty underrated, but it is really good. If you thought that Via Cavour 1 was a little bit too sweet, I would try Aurum. The next fragrance that we're going to talk about is kind of a forgotten release, but it's Scandal Absolu from Jean Paul Gaultier. And we may have forgotten about it because this was released at a really odd time. Like, I think that this came out like in the middle of summer, but this one is also really good. It's really bright, but it's not fresh, with some nuttiness and very cozy qualities. There's a really beautiful toasted chestnut note in Scandal Absolu with mirabelle, fruit, and sandalwood. It's kind of a more like wintry, slightly gourmand take on that Scandal DNA. This sweetness in this is going to make your date want to come in closer. It is a simple scent, but still really good. And I love how this sweetness really comes to life on your skin. It is insanely attractive, warm and cozy, and I love that chestnut, Scandal Absolu. So the next fragrance that we're gonna talk about is SOHO from Supers Budapest. And this is one for all of the lady killers out there watching me. SOHO seems to be gaining quite a bit of traction lately. I think that maybe even at this point, it might be more popular than Morocco. And I totally understand why. This fragrance is the definition of sexiness. It is dark, but still somehow a bit tropical. There's a lot of different angles to this fragrance. This has a really nice fruity, sweet, creamy coconut with tonka bean, but a lot of warmer and spicier notes as well. There's nutmeg and saffron and cinnamon, a bit of tobacco with elemi, vanilla, musk, and patchouli. It is a total lady killer. Panty dropper, baby maker, just a super impressive scent that women love. It is actually irresistible. It smells very confident and dominant. It's not too sweet, but just sweet enough. Spicy, and once again, very, very sexy. SOHO from Supers Budapest. I love to see this one getting a lot of traction. It's really good. So we're throwing it back with Valentino's Uomo Eau de Toilette, throwing it back to 2014. And even today, this is a release that still pulls. And this fragrance too has some of my favorite things. This has chocolate and hazelnut and coffee with bergamot, leather, and cedar. And it's not listed, but you will get that really rich, beautiful iris note that this line is really known for. It is so good. It's fresh and airy and citric in the opening, way more emphasized than you would think hearing the notes that I just told you. But there is a bit of a fresh, kind of dimensional opening to this scent. It is creamy and gourmand. It is an amazing cheapie, and I am so happy that I finally just pulled the trigger and added this to my collection. I've been wanting this for a long time. That hazelnut and coffee combo is so incredibly good in this. It's not like a super milky latte note or anything like that, but it's also not like a really dark, bitter, like ground coffee note either. It's really balanced, captivating, a bit more intimate. Wear this for your next close encounter and I promise you she will never forget you. Valentino Uomo Eau de Toilette. Next we have another completely unforgettable fragrance from the very luxurious house of Bodacious the Victorious. This is Bodacious. This is the cherry fragrance of your dreams. This is just designed for the colder months and also designed for the nighttime. It is ultra alluring and addicting. It is so rich and deep. It's cherry with almond and a really thick cognac and almost like this kind of like maraschino cherry like syrup. It has clove for a little bit of kick and some light flowers that make it wearable and dressy. Iris and heliotrope go hand in hand with a beautiful tobacco note. This has vanilla and sandalwood and musk in the base, and you can just really feel that beautiful warm amber in here, and the color of this juice is everything. It is a winter staple in my opinion. It is one of the more affordable options from Bodacious the Victorious, but you're still going to get that ultra luxury experience. The quality is undeniable and the scent is absolutely intoxicating. It is amazing. Bodacious from Bodacious the Victorious. So next up we have Boss Bottled Absolu, a brand new release that I have been kind of obsessing over. It is hands down the best from the line, even better than the very beloved Elixir. It's a sweet myrrh, almost like a burning, melting myrrh with incense and leather, with some green aspects as well from patchouli and divana. Everyone just lost their minds and loved the Elixir, but I'm telling you, the new Absolu is on a totally other level. Very mysterious and intriguing, but very alluring too. It smells niche to me, honestly. There is something very special feeling about this scent. Something almost even kind of like borderline boozy about it as well, but really the star of this scent is that myrrh note. Truly fabulous and easily one of the best designer releases of 2024. I love it. Boss Bottled Absolu. You need to try this. So on the note of leather, we have another fragrance that I just adore. We're talking about Nolo from Alfred Ritchie. This is going to be more of a leather dominant scent, but done in a fresh way. This has a really nice bright bergamot with a raspberry note. And no, it does not smell like Tuscan leather in any sort of way. I think that people hear leather raspberry, they think of Tuscan leather, but this is nothing, like nothing even related to Tuscan leather. This has caramel and vanilla that adds an extra boost of sweetness and wearability as well. There's patchouli, musk, and amber. It's truly just a very impressive scent. A very unique incense and leather scent as well. You get a perfect balance with the fruits and the sweet notes mixed with the dark side of Nolo. It truly deserves so much hype. I think I'm the only person on earth talking about this, but try it if you want something very unique and you like incensey fragrances. Nolo from Alfred Ritchie. So next up we have Givenchy Gentleman Society Extreme. Now the first Society that they released was an absolute flop. They actually they thought it would be a good idea to launch a gentleman without iris, but luckily they totally redeemed themselves with Society Extreme and added that famous iris back in. It's spicy, a bit minty in the top from maybe a geranium note with this rich orris butter. It's very masculine with a really nice pronounced coffee and vetiver. And the vetiver kind of comes off in a really creamy way. And I love the coffee in this too. This has some clary sage as well, sandalwood and vanilla. It is pretty woody. It's just so manly. It's the perfect scent for a man with style. It gets a bit vanillic in the base. The spices are great, and I love that mintiness and creamy vetiver. Another great release, Gentleman Society Extreme. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video with a fragrance that is for a man that wants to exude elegance and sophistication and style. We're talking about Big Ben from Oscar London. Now, this is a scent that you have also been hearing me talk quite a lot about. It is currently one of my favorite rose fragrances in my collection. Like another extreme current obsession for me. So if you love rose, listen up. This is a sensual, alluring, very hypnotic fragrance. It just has so much goodness. There are so many notes in this, but it's done in a way that doesn't come off muddled. You know, sometimes fragrances that are trying to like do the most come off kind of like a muddled mess. It's not like that in Big Ben at all. It's very smooth and very well blended, like flawlessly blended. This has hazelnut with bergamot and Bulgarian rose and hyrax. It kind of gives it some oomph with a little bit of fruitiness, with rum and a really nice green, earthy patchouli. There's tobacco, there's some spices that come off very exotic. It is just the type of scent that you cannot stop smelling. I just love how this all comes together so seamlessly. To me, that is the ultimate stamp of luxury. It's enigmatic in a way, something that you just want to keep smelling to figure out. Amazing performance and longevity, and the packaging on this is amazing as well. I don't think I've ever shown the packaging, but this is the outer box that it comes in, and then this is the display case. And this is made out of real piano wood. So they really go above and beyond with the cool packaging. Very exotic, bold, stylish, and classy at the same time. It's a very modern and grown-up rose. To me, it's a 10 out of 10. I love to wear it too, even though because some of those darker notes, it does lean just a bit masculine. I still like to wear it though. It is a power move to wear this. Absolutely head turning. Big Ben from Oscar London. But guys, that was just my top 10 sexiest date night fragrances for the fall. All of these are, in my very humble opinion, absolutely incredible. And if you're interested, they will all be linked in the description down below, along with some discount codes. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below. What is your best date night fragrance for the fall? I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.